Thank you so much for tuning into this video. This is Anthony Hendrickson. Let me know if you're catching this live or let me know if you're catching the replay. They're both great. I also love to know where you're actually catching this from. So let me know what part of the world you're watching this video. Love to get to know anyone that might see some of my videos once in a while. So I'll make sure to reach out to each and every one of you if you do leave a comment below. So once again, this is Anthony Hendrickson and I have a short video I want to just kind of touch on with you here today. Last week I was doing something as far as converting any type of room into your home office, all this kind of work from home stuff going around. So along with that, I had a couple different questions that people were reaching out and touching on, different things that they struggle with when they're working from home, or maybe not even working from home, just being at home. And one of those was reading. And so what I wanted to talk a little bit about today is exactly a couple of things that I've put together to actually be able to retain what you're reading and how to take that to the next level. This one is going to be directed towards my bookworms. So where are all the bookworms at? You know, probably at home reading a book. But anyway, how do you get the most out of what you're reading and why? And the reason why I want to kind of share these tips is because I think this is a valuable asset. I know when I was younger, I didn't enjoy reading nearly as much as I do today because a lot of the times I think I was reading the wrong things, the things that weren't interesting to me. So what I like to do now is once I find things that I'm interested in, which is what I'm geared to reading nowadays, is I like to write these down, and I like to take these notes and keep them somewhere safe and do them in a way that I'm going to go back and review them, whether if it's just when I walk by and see something or go through an old notebook again. So now what I do is I'll write those into a place where I know I'm going to run into them again at some point in time one day, review them, and once you start taking this skill, once you start being able to absorb everything you are taking in your books, then you can actually implement those in your everyday life, and it's going to be that much more enjoyable for you, and you're going to want to read even more. So number one, start a commonplace book. So one thing I love to do is a commonplace book. So a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll just jot things down on a note card. From that note card, I'll put it into a box, and kind of a broken down box where I have different categories, and then I can kind of put things in there. So everything from, different things that interest me. So everything from sports to literature to quotes, things like that, that I organize. And then that way, once I kind of go through it, each time I'm organizing these, I run into them again, and it just kind of jots my memory as to why I thought they're important, and then also how I can use them in everyday life. So I feel like a commonplace book is an awesome way, and one way that I really enjoy to kind of regurgitate and go over those things again that I once found extremely helpful that I can also use in the future. Number two, try Evernote. Evernote is a fantastic digital tool that I like to use a new note or a new Evernote for every book or every type of article that I read. That way I can keep my notes in there. It's a digital copy, so I can get it on my computer, I can have it on my phone. You can find both of these in your app store, so feel free to look for them on there, but you can take them anywhere. They're always convenient. And there's so many nice features about Evernote. The search feature is the one that I use the most. You might not remember exactly where you filed it, so you can use the search feature to pull up the exact note that you're looking for. And once again, I use this for quotes, I use it for different passages, I use it for even recipes. So Evernote is a great tool that I cannot recommend enough. Number three, use the pages. For some people, writing the pages of a book makes their skin crawl. For others, not so much. I once actually read somewhere that it is a huge compliment for an author if you're actually using their pages to take notes. So I recommend jotting on the side or even in the front cover or back cover, wherever you're at, we can jot some notes. But I like to actually write my notes right on the pages of my books. That way, once I'm going through that book the next time or for the second time, or depending on some books I go through a lot more times than others, but I love to actually see how I was thinking the last time that I read that book, or how I was actually interpreting those pages. So I like to do my notes right inside the book. If for some reason writing on books gives you the heebie-jeebies, feel free to use some Post-its. I know that's a great method that I've seen as well. But I love writing on the books. I love taking those notes mainly because I love to take a trip down memory lane and seeing exactly what I was thinking at the last time that I was reading this literature. So I always recommend to write and use those pages. So these are just some quick tips that I wanted to go over with you today. They're just little things that I do, little strategies that I use to actually remember not only what I'm currently reading, but what I read quite a while ago. Sometimes it doesn't take reading the whole book to get the gist of what exactly you took from it the last time, or what you want to take from it this time. So use those notes. Go ahead and give yourself those little reminders. After all, you're going to remember how you think more than anyone else, so do it however works best for you. But these are just little tips that I use. So once again, this is Anthony Hendrickson. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can't wait to see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching or listening. I hope this content has helped you in some way. Maybe it motivated you, maybe it inspired you, maybe it actually triggered something in your head to make you get out of that rut or get out of your own way. Maybe it simply entertained you. I'm just an ex-service industry guy who, once I decided I didn't want to live in that fast-paced life anymore, decided to go my own way. I felt like I was out on an island. Everyone who I'd known for years suddenly wasn't around, and it was a whole new feeling. After spending tons of my savings, going into deeper debt, I realized that it was really time for a change and there's something I needed to do about it. After being at a mental rock bottom, I decided that I had to pull myself up, do something different, and that's how I got into the world of marketing. Now, I've been almost 2 years removed from the corporate life, and I've never looked back. If you want to follow me on my journey, or connect later on or in the future, or even if you just want to follow me, you can either find me at my blog at askanthonymarkhendrickson.com. Once again, that is askanthonymarkhendrickson.com. Or if you're watching this video, you can click on the link below. Once again, I'm Anthony Hendrickson, and we'll see you on the inside. Okay, bye-bye.